Thank you for dropping by at Equity Communities of Practice, the convening place for cross-sector collaboration, community advocacy, and personal development, where development and growth are key to achieving sustainable and effective change. Our mission is to leverage insights gained through ongoing community building to promote health equity across all sectors, including finance, education, healthcare, public health, environmental justice, corporate social responsibility, and more. For more information, visit our website at www.equitycommunitiesofpractice.com. Together, we can make a difference. And now your host, Executive Director, Dr. Harry Pettaway, aka Dr. Harry, the Equity Coach.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing today? I'm Dr. Harry, the Equity Coach. If you're tired of the same old in your news feed, if you feel like you're always preaching to the choir, if you feel like you're stuck in silos, just can't get nothing done, right? Either you or the people around you because you feel like you're isolated from the others, I'm inviting you to Equity Communities of Practice, where I will help you break those personal algorithms and help you get shit done. Thanks for joining me today. Curious how y'all are arriving today. Hey, want to give a shout out to Facebook. Getting a lot of love from there. Not as much from LinkedIn like I thought, but you know, we go with it. The goal is to, we talk a lot about health equity. We talk a lot about leadership, and the goal is to make this accessible, make it fun, make it impactful, right? Trying to make the connections that you don't really get every day, trying to expose you to ideas that you don't hear every day. Really just trying to get you out of the same old. And I hope you're enjoying this. And if you do, whatever platform you're on, do the things that are on that platform. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, look for notifications, whatever. I'm not as good as some of those hardcore YouTubers, but you know, that's where I'm at today. So how are you arriving? I am arriving slightly assertive is what I'm going to say, meaning that no longer sitting in the back, stepping out into the front and listening to a lot of rap reaction videos. So I'm a little hot, right? These youngsters are listening to music from my era, so it's getting me a little excited. So let me know in the chat, how are you arriving today? Are you here for the tech? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Let me know where you're coming from. Just say hello. Let me know if you're watching the recording. It's more exciting when you put things in the chat. So, you know why we're here, right? It's Social Determinants of Health Month, and it is the end of the week. We have had quite the week, you know, whether it's things not working or things working that we didn't know would work, right? So all that good stuff. But we've covered a lot of ground this week. We have gone through the social ecological model. Again, my two, I should say not my two favorites, right? But policy is also a favorite of mine, and individual behavior is a favorite of mine. We talked about how that relates to social determinants of health, economics, education, healthcare, built environment, and the social context, which y'all know is my favorite, right? We also talked about some specific social determinants of health. Social capital. Do you have somebody that'll come and check on you when you need it? Will you go and check on somebody when they need it? Do you care about your neighbors? Are you helping your neighbors? I think right now we're seeing a lot of that in and around the LA area. I mean, it is catastrophic about what's going on over there, and it's really tough. You're seeing stories about people finding their loved ones, their grandfathers that had passed because they didn't want to leave. You find others that have helped people get out of where they were, giving them places to stay. Social capital, whether it's in the form of actually physically helping someone or actually just being there for somebody. I think that's really important right now. We also talked about the workforce, and I'm going to let you know. Remember, I spelled workforce wrong the last time. My bad. I got it done right. That was a rough day. But we talked about the workforce. And I want to again specify when I'm talking about the workforce, I am talking more, I'm not talking about healthcare, right? Just healthcare, just nurses, anything. I'm talking about everybody. So you've got firefighters out there right now risking their lives trying to save homes and lives, right? Social determinants of health, right? You've got teachers out there trying to help kids get to the next level, trying to be successful, dealing with learning disabilities, overcoming whatever challenges they have, right? Social determinants of health. If you're looking at this, you have a job, you direct message me, and I will tell you why you are a social determinant of health. All right? Sorry for this. Sorry for this sniff. We also talked about artificial intelligence. Remember, it's like boiling water. It's either going to help you a lot because you can cook things and disinfect things, or if you don't pay attention, it's going to burn the shit out of you. So, what are we talking about today? How are we going to wrap this up? All right. So, if you're looking at the title, we are talking about how we decide to do whatever we're going to do. And what we are going to talk about today is another framework. Again, I am super nerdy. I like to talk about models, frameworks, put some structure around why we do what we do. Today, we're going to talk about the health belief model. When viewed through the lens of the socio-ecological model, health belief models, or HBM, I hate saying HBM, highlights how individual decision-making is shaped by broader social determinants of health, such as education, economic stability, and access to information. These societal context components intersect with personal beliefs about susceptibility, severity, perceived benefits, driving behaviors that contribute to both individual and collective well-being. By expanding on its application, the health belief model also offers a useful framework for understanding how social and systemic influences shape behaviors across all the socio-ecological model. Whoop! Either look, it's live. We mess up sometimes. So we hit the wrong button. We're gonna keep going. So with the health, I'm glad y'all love me. Most of the people that are watching this are my friends, so I'm glad y'all give me a little bit of grace. There's a couple things about the health belief model that are important. So susceptibility, actually, let me back up. I want to challenge you, although this is called the health belief model, and it's probably, all this is the health belief model. This applies to everything, whether you vote, what food you buy, did you get the COVID vaccination, all that old school stuff, whether you took that class that you thought might help you. So the idea is susceptibility, how vulnerable a person feels to a particular issue. Severity, how serious a person believes the consequences will be. Benefits, is it worth my while, right? The advantages a person sees in taking action. Barriers, the obstacles that might prevent action. Use to action, triggers that prompt a person to take action. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, social media, biggest trigger for most people right now. We all need to pay attention to that. Self-efficacy, a person's confidence in their ability to succeed, right? So we talked about how this applies to everything. I gave you an example of those horrendous fires that are going right now, and some of the things that are out there. It's really interesting. You listen to some of the reporters that are talking, and they tell you that, hey, they gave us the warning that you guys might want to get out of here, a day before, so they left. One of the guys moved his family, they left. They were safe. You talk to another family, and they said, we're used to forest fires around here. We look around, nothing but concrete. So we ain't moving. We ain't doing nothing. The wind came and wiped out their entire community and surrounding communities. So it's those type of things about how we perceive things. It's the same thing. I know we were a little divided during the election. I don't know if you can call that divided or not, right? But the country was all over the place, and people had to make decisions on what they thought was best for them. And the health belief model helped shape that. So one of the challenges with the health belief model is that sometimes we ignore it. So what I mean by that is that we will make a program, make people healthy. I'll use a blood pressure screening program, right, at a local church. There's a couple things about that. One, it's only at the church, and I'm not dissing that, because the church is often the gateway to a lot of communities. But you have to convince people that high blood pressure is a thing, right? It's the same thing like when we were dealing with COVID. Like, is COVID a thing? And COVID, and I know people are probably sick of talking about COVID, but from a public health perspective, it was one of the most interesting phenomenons to me, right? So it was a time where we knew there was a pandemic coming, or in general, we should have known there was a pandemic coming. Literally, as human beings, one of the first times in history, we have information networks to where we all could say, let's go inside for 2 weeks. It didn't happen. It didn't happen because when I talked about triggers, there was a lot of information. I'm not going to call it disinformation, right? But what I'm going to say, there was a lot of information that came out through the internet that challenged people on whether this was violating our freedom because somebody said I had to go inside or put on a mask. That's a silly one. I'm not putting on this mask. A lot of mistrust, but depending on what your algorithm was, going back to the, I'm gonna help you break your personal algorithm, you will get stuck in a silo. And if you don't believe me, call your friend on your cell phone and say, hey, I'm thinking about joining a gym. And then look at your computer, look at Facebook, look at, if you're Googling something else, look at how many gyms just pop up. And my point on that is that it's difficult today because we are bombarded with forces that we just do not understand. They're not like mystic forces or anything like that. It wasn't destiny that somebody put that gym membership idea, in your news feed. There's things that trigger us all the time, and we are not aware of those things. So it's important for us whenever we think about public health, health equity, education, all the things, right? Financial literacy, all the things, that we realize that if we don't consider that as individuals, there is a process that we go through, to determine whether or not this information is relevant to us, if it matters to us, should we care, what the benefit of it is. If we don't take those things into consideration, then we're just kind of wasting time and money. So I appreciate everyone that's been joining. It's been an interesting week. I learned a lot about process in terms of trying to put this all together. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, we are trying to make this concise. So because we appreciate you, investing your time with us, right? We're trying to make this fun. Happy Social Determinants a Month. Determinants a month. Is it? I should have waited till the afternoon. That's mine. But anyway, hey, come on over to Equity Communities of Practice. Get your Social Determinants of Health Challenge badge. I will tell you, there are 2 badges. If you're looking at this badge and you're saying like, I don't want the Michigan badge. I'm from Ohio. I'm from Ohio too. But like, if that's what you're saying, there's another badge for that. We're just trying to show the exclusive one for Michigan. Hope you all have an awesome time. And thanks for spending time with me this week. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.